Hi, I have a story for you today called Johnny Cake Ho. It was written by Ruth Sawyer with pictures by Robert McCloskey. There were three of them, the old woman Mary, the old man Grumble, and Johnny, the bound-out boy, and they lived in a log cabin on the other side of Tip Top Mountain. The old woman took care of the wool. She carded and spun it. She laid the fire, she tended the griddle, and churned the butter, and she sang at her work. The song she liked best ran this wise. Ho, for a Johnny cake quick on a griddle, bake sugar and salt it, turn it and brown it. Johnny, come eat it with your milk for tea. Look at that Johnny cake. Johnny cakes are made with cornmeal. She's happy. She's holding up her apron as though she's going to start to dance in the kitchen. Oh, the old man tended the garden patch, sheared the sheep, milked the cow, felled the trees, sawed the laws, and grumbled at his work. The grumble that he liked best was, a bother, a pest, all work and no rest. Come winter, come spring, life's a nettlesome thing. Life might be nettlesome, but look at that beautiful garden he grows. He just seems to be a grumpy kind of guy. And what about Johnny? Why, he split the kindling, filled the wood box, lugged the water, fed the creatures, fished the brook, and he whistled while he worked. One tune was as fine as another to Johnny. A lot of animals, Full barnyard, wouldn't you say? Their whole world lay close by them. There were garden patch, and there was the brook and the logging road that ran down to the valley where the villagers lived, and the spruce trees. On the tallest tree sat Raucous, the sentinel crow, watching and waiting to caw when surprise or trouble drew near. Nothing happened for a long, long time. They lived snug like rabbits in a burrow. And then, you can see Raucous right up there. Just a little outline of him. One night, a fox carried off the hens. Caw, caw, called the crow, but it was too late. The next night, a wolf carried off the sheep. Caw, 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 called the crow, but it was too late. They all came out. Mr. Grumble's got a shotgun to scare off that fox. Or the wolf. There came a day when the pig wandered off and got himself lost. Last of all, the cow fell into the brook and broke her leg. All that day, the crow cawed and cawed and cawed. Oh my, from the tallest tree. That night the old woman said, shaking her head, Trouble has come, the meal chest is low, the bin is near empty. What will feed two will not feed three. The old man grumbled and said, Johnny, 'tis likely you'll be leaving us on the morrow and finding yourself a new master and a new ma'am. And there she is at the cornmeal bin. Remember, I said Johnny cakes were made with corn, not with flour. The next morning by sunup the old woman had run together a piece of sacking and put some straps on it to hold it, and to carry Johnny's belongings, a knife, some gum from the spruce trees, his shoes and a washing cloth. On top went the Johnny cake that had been baked for him. It was large and round and crusty hard. Now be off with you, said the old man, grumbling. What must be, must be. Off with you, and luck will follow, said the old woman sadly. She's weeping into her apron, and Mr. Grumble, he looks sad too, doesn't he? He just says it in a grumbly way. There he is with his backpack. See that? Yeah, she fashioned it out of cloth. Johnny said nothing at all. He left his whistle behind him and took the logging road down into the valley. He was sad his whistle had left him. He was not feeling happy right now. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. He was halfway down and more when the straps broke on his sacking bag, and out bounced the Johnny cake. It bumped and it bumped and it rolled over and over again, and down the road it went, and how it hollered. That means it yelled. The Johnny cake was yelling. Johnny cake ho, Johnny cake high, catch me and eat me as I roll by. Away and away rolled the journey cake, and away ran Johnny. It's a journey cake. I keep calling it a Johnny cake, don't I? Yep, you're right. Thank you. Thanks for catching that. Faster and faster they passed a field full of cows. A brindle cow tossed her head and looked after them. She mooed, "At running I'll beat you, I'll catch you and eat you." And faster they passed a pond full of ducks. Journey cake ho, journey cake high, catch me and eat me as I roll by. Ooh, look at that. Everyone's excited. They all want a little nibble of that journey cake. A white duck spread her wings, and away she went after them, quacking, "At flying I'll beat you, I'll catch and I'll eat you." And faster they ran, and they came to a meadow where the sheep were grazing. A white sheep and a black sheep took after them, and now they were through the valley, and the road began to climb. Slower and slower rolled the Johnny cake. Slower and slower ran Johnny, the brindle cow, the white duck, and the two sheep. Journey cake high, the journey is long, catch me and eat me as I roll along. They passed a wallows where the pigs were bathing, and a spotted pig herd, and came a grunting. Look at that spotted pig wallowing. There they are, running after that journey cake. They passed a barnyard, and a flock of red hens flew over the stump fence, squawking. Slower and slower, higher and higher. My goodness. It's like a parade, isn't it? At last they came to a mountain pasture where a gray donkey was feeding. Now the journey cake was huffing and puffing. Journey cake high, the journey is long. Catch me and eat me as I roll along. The donkey was fresh. He kicked up his heels and brayed, "I'll show I can beat you, I'll catch you, and I'll eat you." They're all in hot pursuit. Look at them on the donkey's tail, the chickens. They're getting a free ride, aren't they? Higher went the road, slower and slower rolled Journey Cake to the other side of Tip Top Mountain. Slower and slower came the procession with Johnny at the head. Huffing and puffing they circled the spruce woods. From his perch on the tallest tree, Raucous the crow let out his surprise warning, "Caw! Caw! Caw!" Johnny heard, and he stopped all of the quickness. There was the brook, there was the garden patch, and there was the log cabin. Why, look at that. What do you think? I think they just ran back to where they began. He was home again. The Journey Cake had brought him to the end of his journey. The Journey Cake spun around twice and fell flat. "I'm all of a tucker," it hollered. "We're all of a tucker." That means they're tuckered out, they're tired. Cried the others. The red hens found a house waiting for them. The duck found her brook. The cow found her tether rope. The pig found a sty, and the sheep found a place for grazing, and the donkey walked off into the shed. Look at that. Everyone knows where they belong. And there's Miss Mary and Mr. Grumble coming out of the log cabin to greet Johnny. The old woman came a-running. The old man came a-running. Johnny hugged them hard. He found his whistle again and took up the merriest tune. Whee-hee, whee-hee, he whistled. He hopped first on his right foot and then on his left foot, and when he had his breath, he said, "Journey Cake did it, Journey cake fetched me, and the cow, and the white duck, and the black and white sheep, and the flock of red hens, and the pig, and the gray donkey, and now they're all yours. Look how happy everyone is. They're squeezing his face to give him a big kiss. Look how happy. Yeah. The old man forgot his best grumble. The old woman picked up the journey cake and went inside to freshen it up on the griddle. She went singing the song she liked the best. Warm up the journey cake, from now on it's Johnny cake. Johnny, come eat it with your milk and tea. Look at that. That old-fashioned oven and stove, right? You could cook in there and bake in here and cook on the top. There's a tea kettle. Didn't need much. And there he is. And that's the end. And I hope you enjoyed the story today. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.